What is up, everyone? This is Soul with another video, and today I'm going to kind of highlight some stuff that had some interesting things that the WoW team had revealed yesterday with regards to what's going to be on the loot tables in Dragonflight raids, because they mentioned like some special items that are going to drop that are going to come at an elevated item level to kind of spice things up and make things interesting and to otherwise infuriate people. So if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe for more content. Chat is up there to distract you with whatever it is that they're going to say. And we're just going to go boss by boss and look at, I believe, one item per boss that is supposed to be special. As for what you folks think about it, well, it's up to you. Leave a comment, say whatever you like, as long as it's not that one person spam. And let's get started with the first boss. I'm totally improvising this, so I just gotta find the item, and here we go. So here's the first item, the Seal of Dairuna's Chosen. So real quick, you'll notice that in Raid Finder, at least the item level starts off at 376, but you have this big upgrade. You have a 6 item level upgrade to this particular loot table. So anyway, the seal. It's a ring. It's got crit and verse. That's a lot of verse. Holy moly. That is a heavily imbalanced ring. Dealing fire damage has a chance to ignite enemies, burning them for an additional X damage over Y seconds. Usually you don't see X and Y, so this is clearly placeholder. We have no idea what the values are going to be. But then the fact that it's a passive equip, this makes this pretty desirable for like most anybody. Definitely not healers, maybe tanks, because it has a lot of versatility, but it's going to be something that DPS classes will want to consider thinking about. But of course, not everyone cares about versatility. It really depends on what the value on that particular proc is going to be, the proc rate, and all that. Moving on. Raid Finder makes this easy, by the way, so don't worry about the item levels. I'm just doing this for ease of identification. So, Fused Shale Waistband is the next special bit of gear. It is a waist. It has no proc. It's a leather waist. So, apparently these bonuses, like some of these, are specific to an armor type. All right. It has int on it, which I'm guessing because I'm on a mage right now, it's going to show int, but I'm pretty sure it's going to change to whatever we want it to be. And then it has a little bit of versatility and mastery. So basic stuff, just more item level. Yeah, not bad. Actually, that's a bigger item level change, right? Because this is 376 gear that goes up to 382, but then this is 376 gear that goes up to 389. So that's a 13 item level gain. That's not bad. It gives kind of a reason to maybe run Raid Finder, depending on what your normal playstyle is. All right, Primal Council. The special item is a trinket, a Whispering Incarnate icon. It is an everyone trinket, int, agility, or strength. When you put it on, you succumb to the icon's whispers and become infused with frosts, increasing your critical strike by 446. So just putting it on gives you more crit rating. Fighting alongside allies who are infused with earth or fire, it has a chance to grant you half of their infusion stats for 12 seconds. So I'm taking a look at this with a different class and a different spec. I was on a mage, but now I'm on a holy paladin. And even if I shift click and look at other things, it's not showing anything different. So maybe there are other things from other bosses, as some people from chat are saying, but whatever the case though, it's just a crit trinket. That's what it really comes down to. It's a unique sort of crit trinket that seems kind of cool. So it starts off as a passive, but it's weird how it says that it has a chance to grant you half of the infusion stats from other people. But it's still kind of neat. Like, what's the mythic version? 552. So that can get pretty nuts. But for now, we'll just go ahead and move on. under the presumption that these things are definitely going to change over time. We still got plenty of time before season 1 begins. 392. So here's another thing. It's a ring with Heckma Mastery. It's a passive. Dealing fire damage has a chance to invigorate you, absorbing X damage. For real? Dealing fire damage, which is not something that everyone does, has a chance to absorb a certain amount of damage. Now, depending on what the damage is and what it scales off of, this could be a cool, like, Demon Hunter tanking ring, or just like anyone who uses fire-related stuff. So, you know, warlocks, fire mages, shaman, they can do something like that. So it's a cool little thing that definitely has an advantage for, like, again, I would say a Demon Hunter tank, because I think they use fire damage as well as fell stuff. But that would kind of be it. So it's cool, but not too cool. Yeah. I'd figure that if you took fire damage, then it would be better. But, oh well. And then we have the final boss, which makes this a very short video. Good for us. Which I believe is this bow. Here you go. A weapon. Typical. Hunter weapon. Auto-attacking an enemy grants you attack speed, stacking 10 times. This bonus resets upon auto-attacking a different target. Again, all these procs and whatnot are placeholder. None of these are testable yet. So these aren't, there are no values, really. But that's cool. From an everything hunter perspective. Auto-attacking an enemy grants you attack speed, stacking 10 times. The faster your auto attack speed is, which really makes me miss the good old days of, like, you know, Wrath or older, when before attack speed from ranged weapons was normalized. Because I remember those days, whap, 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 you were able to kind of, you know, pretty go nuts. You go brr, with that. So something like this doesn't exactly replicate that feeling, but it's definitely a nice thing to have if you are a hunter that happens to get this bow. Way to bias, Blizzard. Way to bias, because this makes that makes this the highest item level thing that you can get in season 1. It gives you, I believe, 430. 430 is the max level that you can get. Gives some awesome stats, and everything else is a far cry. 424 is what you're able to get for something like this. So I would say, like, this would be something that would piss even PvPers off. Because PvP is supposed to give a certain kind of item level that is greater than what you would get in a mythic raid if you're in a PvP environment. However, this bow makes this kind of desirable even outside of PvP. So I'm pretty sure some hunters will be a little bit pissed off that they feel like they may have to compete for that. But that's how that goes. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys, that there's special gear that's coming from this raid that people are going to be rolling for or whatnot. So I'm sure I probably caused a little bit of drama with that. But for now, well, what do you guys think? It's only a handful of items, so there's only so much stuff coming in here. So does that really affect your mood any? Do some of these items like do cool things, or is it a little bit biased? Like, hey, there's a hunter weapon, there's like a leather belt or something. Maybe these things should be a bit more universal. Maybe they should all be rings and trinkets and whatnot, stuff that everybody can use. But yeah, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy. Bye.